Hello, and we're back in Final Fantasy XIII.
Oh, it came at me fast.
We're still in the ferally part of the Gapra Whitewood. Is it called the Bioweapons Division? I think we might still be in.
D, I believe it was. Blitz is the best idea, but okay.
That's what she does against groups, but yeah, sometimes you don't actually hit everyone.
Well, it's because by the time you've actually gotten the move out, they might have just moved away from each other.
Yeah.
But you can always just if you cancel and then sort of set it up, you still have all of the segments. You still have the bar at the same progress, I suppose is what I'm trying to say, at the same percentage. But it'll actually change what's queued.
Like if you do the paradigm shift before you get the abilities out, it'll change what's queued.
Actually, there's a good example of what I'm talking about up soon. So I can just talk about it then.
Yeah, okay.
Ha! Both in one go. Yeah. Why have I still got Synergize on? There we go.
That's how it's done.
It is, yes.
It's kind of weird down here. It's like it's hazy or kind of misty or foggy. Didn't look like that before.
On your toes.
We've got another feral behemoth. But we're tougher now than when we first fought a behemoth. Yeah.
Ow.
Follow my lead, Hope.
The animation you get when you do the Protectron does also kind of remind me of Evangelion.
Does it?
Yeah, it's their, what do they call it?
AT field?
Yeah, and then you can sort of like break through it to attack them.
Yeah, because you invert the wave.
Yeah.
And it disintegrates the AT field.
Well, it's not just that, there was one where you actually like clawed it open.
Yes, and they described it as inverting the field, that's what I
I
mean.
guess.
What do you not guess? That's what happened.
It looks cooler to go, he clawed it open with his bare hands, stabbed it in the face.
He didn't do it with his bare hands, he did it with an Ava.
Yeah, but you don't sort of have like a cool animation where it shatters. That would be cool.
Hmm.
There we go, we did quite well.
Magical moments.
What's that?
It's a shop.
Oh, right. It's a very strange
The game
place.
hasn't just gone mad.
It's a very strange place for it to give us a shop. Is that another door over there or something?
No, I'm just looking because it's pretty.
Ah, it is pretty, yeah.
Wait, there wasn't something up there, was there?
No, there wasn't. He was just looking around.
Doing the same thing I was.
Yeah.
Who'd have thought there'd be traps here?
Trap enthusiasts.
Oh, so we can just walk around the gates.
Yeah.
That's interesting, though.
He
'cause that
couldn't.
was a, you could have just walked past him if you were less bothered about getting the orb, because we've just fought a feral behemoth.
Yeah. It was a magical moment.
So what does magical moments sell?
Magical something. It'll be accessories, I think.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I generally don't bother, it gives you plenty.
It does,
Why
yeah.
am
I
I still
think
on
you
that
only
dip switch?
start to think about things to do with the shop when you're in the more open bit of the game and when you're in the post bit of the game, because it has both.
There's a couple of exceptions where you want to buy particular accessories before battles, perhaps. I can't think of a good place where I do that. That's earlier, though. Come on, Hope, heal yourself. There we go.
Nice, now he's staggered at least. Just a little bit longer. There you go.
Follow my lead.
Well, interestingly enough, the feral behemoth doesn't seem to charge up, so it's like it's something he's been taught to do.
I think that's the idea, yeah.
Oh, you got to flop. There we go. So because we've beaten this, the gate will close, which I don't think we care about as much as opening the orb. Yeah. Oh, we've got 1,500 gil.
Not bad, not bad.
You know what to do.
Hit things.
Chair.
And yes, because they're all the little ones, then we want to get them staggered and killed quickly.
Although I can't cast Quake and stagger them all, unfortunately.
Can we?
Because she doesn't have the spell.
Ah, wrong person. Yes. I was thinking, was it a case of TP? Because we've actually gained 2 and a bit TP already. Ah, we're doing good though.
Ha! Missed.
Be ready for the next fight.
One last group of enemies here. Then we can move on. I think we might have even preempted them there. Yes, wonderful.
Now we're going for the big guy.
Yeah. Because we can finish them off quickly. Whereas normally you would take quite a while to down.
Actually, I suppose once you go from the feral enemies to the trained ones, I don't suppose it makes much of a big deal if they lose hit points, because they all seem to gain abilities, which I guess is an interesting idea.
Yeah.
Because we don't have to worry about bar firing by the looks of it either.
3? 3 at once.
Oh, they look kind of evil though.
I'm sorry.
Interesting design though. It's like that thing looks like a rib cage and a heart at the same time.
We're spelled up. That one's gone all gluey.
Yeah, I think maybe they're charging up.
Oh, they are.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh yes, there's another one.
Time to switch it
They
up.
do a reasonable attack when they've charged up a bit, but not too
Especially
bad.
if you don't have Protect enabled.
Also assuming it would be bad if it was like 1, 2, 3 in a row.
Target's a target. Follow my lead.
Oh, we got fire.
Just another battle.
You know, it was a bit tougher than normal, light. Zwam.
So I think around the outside there is a bonus bit.
To the right,
Yeah.
all the way to the left, and then up the stairs.
Yeah. Typical.
Went all cinematic there. Not as tough a battle as it looks, if I'm honest.
Same as we are going to be putting the CP that we're earning to good use by doing all these extra areas. Because I suspect once we've finished here, we'll have enough CP to do another roll, maybe, fella?
Ooh,
That
maybe.
would be good. But it's also that when we go back to being Zaz or Vanille, or when we go back to being Snow, which I'm assuming we will at some point, they will also have the proportionate amount of CP gain that they get to spend.
Yes, it's shared across parties.
Yeah, which is quite good, because you don't want to like play one bunch of them and then go back to another one and they're kind of weak. Especially since I think we've played Lightning more than other people so far.
Although it is a little bit strange
Come on, Light.
that defeating enemies as one group of people gives experience to the other group.
Well, I think
really
you
make a
could,
lot
you
of
could
sense.
sort of assume that they're also battling while time goes by.
But well, no, because it goes back to where they were, and then they sort of go, "Oh, okay, let's continue
It
on."
doesn't say the time
don't
was
move on.
earlier though, does it?
Well-
They're sort of almost being played at the same time if you could. I don't know how you'd explain it.
It does occasionally have time lapses, but not very often.
Like maybe when we were going through the scrapyard, they were going through the Gap of Whitewood, but we can't play it at the same time.
Yes, but it continues from where they left off when you get back to them, most of the time.
Yeah.
It does occasionally have a time lapse where they go, okay, let's do this, and then you catch up with them later and they're further on.
That's
It
what
does do that once in a while, but no, usually it stops and they continue from where they left off.
That's what I was saying. I'm not sure if I'm being very clear, because it's like they're constantly playing catch up with each other to be at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair enough. So what did we
Well,
get?
you were talking about earning experience while you were looking at another group
Yeah.
and battling on their own. Well, that would only happen if there was a time lapse.
We wanted to go left. Oh right, I think right, that was the way back there, I see. It's a very sprawly bit. Yes, so we got enemies in the distance there. And an orb. Oh, I say enemies, just the one. Oh no, there's two. Where's that from?
Well, what you're really supposed to see is it jumping down, but we kind of missed it. I think we were looking the wrong way.
We missed a little extra animation or something.
Good call. Follow my lead.
Oh, it was a bit close.
Keep up with me, Hope.
Admittedly, she did go at very low health there momentarily.
Oh, it's because I suppose some combinations of enemies are more deadly than others.
Ha! Missed!
Not sure why Blitz would be good. I suppose, yeah.
It's both of them.
Yeah. Right, so we just have the feral behemoth left now. And we're doing reasonably well. If only we could saboteur, though.
Yes, I'm not a huge fan of this party combination. Still, could be worse. Could be playing Hope. How many slash? No, just kidding.
Wrong.
Well, I was referring to the film, but yes. Because
Oh,
you
yeah,
smack them
yeah.
up into the air first.
Ah,
That wasn't so bad.
Wasn't good either.
hey, you got a 5-star rating, and we get to pick up a Watchman's Amulet.
Which is more than the usual tat.
And yes, that's cleared up this little area, and the next thing we want to do is to jump up at that branch, but I think, looking at that branch maybe, we want to leave it there.
Oh, let's get centered. There we go. But we'll do that next time.
Bye bye.